everybody, it's Guiding Halo here. This is going to be your reading for the 16th of June, which is tomorrow. I hope you're all doing well. We have Venus going direct soon. We have Mercury turning retrograde. We have so much going on. We have another eclipse, the annular eclipse on the 21st, 22nd, depending on where you are, I think. That's when it is. So yeah, lots and lots of energies going on. All this stuck energy, I think we're going to start to feel it a little bit more till after the annular eclipse happens. So it could get feeling a little stifling until then, maybe even a little bit after that, depending on what you're going through and what situations you're in. Not a lot of fast forward movement. It's kind of like waiting for everything to transpire. As we call it, the in-between. The Loon. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and see more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. Look at that. So it's about getting in touch with who you truly are and honoring who you truly are. Wow, look at this. Rebirth. Something's going to be reborn, rebirthed. You can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. So something coming in the form of a rebirth that I'm not exactly sure anybody's expecting, but it is coming. Absolutely it is. We have the cards here to talk about it. So transforming something that it's like the switch that you're going to go through between the in-between energy of point A and point B is almost going to be as if it happens by magic. And that switch is going to bring about a rebirth that we're coming into here for everybody. All right, universe has my back deck. Let's find out some more about this intuitive balloon. Listen to the song in your soul. What does your soul crave? What do you crave that when you think about it makes you cry? When you think about it brings tears to your eyes? When you feel that energy, there's a longing that your soul longs to have. What is that? There's something about that there. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. So honoring the intuitive within you. Perhaps that's what we should be doing, is whatever it takes to get close to consciousness. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. Gosh, that card hasn't come out in quite some time. So it's really time about flowing with the go. Like I'd said previously, we have, I choose to learn through love. So someone has been through some very potent and powerful lessons in the love department. And I can guarantee you they've not been fun. The lessons are rarely fun. Lessons take strength and courage and endurance. But perhaps it's a matter of surrendering. Getting closer to consciousness is... How do we do that? By surrendering. When you think you've surrendered everything, surrender more. Choose to learn through love. So who is showing you love? It may be you're showing yourself self-love. Maybe you're accepting love from the divine. Absolutely just drinking it in. Perhaps you view love as a color, and when you put that color out into the world, then perhaps you can embody more of that love, or put that color, breathe that color of air into you. Accepting the love that is coming. That's about setting intention to have love and more love come into your life. All right. I'm going to pull a couple of love cards because love came out in the reading already. All right, let's pull this one as well. So this one is from the Whispers of Love Oracle deck. This one? Okay. Look at your pattern in relationships. So what pattern do you have? It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. So perhaps there's been a lot of guardedness. Perhaps you've not necessarily bared your heart to somebody, the you that is you, not necessarily been honest about when you've been hurt, or just kind of fluffing it off so that it creates a energetic barrier between you and the person you love, feeling like you've got to work through it all yourself, feeling like if the other person knew exactly how you felt, you would be shunned. There's many things, there's many, this could mean anything. There's so many patterns that people have in relationships, whether with family, with friends, with children, with whatever, with loved ones, with your truest love in this life, with soul connections, that people who are married, people who are just in relationship, girlfriend, boyfriend, people who are engaged. There's so many different patterns for everybody in any type of relationship, even in the working world. So what are your inner strengths? What are your weaknesses? It takes a lot of strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. Perhaps it's about having a front face-on-face conversation with somebody about the letting go that happened and why it happened that way. If someone has let go of you in a relationship, and they feel like, or you feel like they've done it through unnecessary means, like just a text, should have done it face to face, or they ghosted you and they should have at least sent a text, or, okay, I want to tell you that this energy of I wasn't treated fairly is a pattern, okay? So the energy of I wasn't treated fairly, I don't know if that person ever could have broke up with you in a way that you would have accepted as fair, honest, and real, because we would always be sitting there pointing fingers, well, they should have done it this way, or they should have done it that way. But the reality is the breakup would still have happened, regardless of if it was a phone call, regardless of if it was a text, whatever it was. It doesn't really matter in how the person did the breaking. The pain lies in the fact that there was the breaking. So maybe for somebody, it's about your value, and you feel that if they don't break up with you in a certain way, you're not valued, or they don't speak to you in a certain way, that you're not valued. But you are valued. You know you're valued. It doesn't matter if someone just decided up and never talked to you again. The point is, you know your value. Why do we place so much about what other people have to say about us? Place their actions and how they behave and as a marker for our value. Why do we do that? Because it's not something we should do. We know within our soul that we are valued. We know we are. We know we are. Okay? True love. Look at that. True love coming in. This love is a once-in-a-lifetime love. So someone very well may be having intuitive feelings and intuitive nudges about something that has ended or something that has gone awry. I think you have tried your best, or are trying to absolutely surrender to whatever is going on, and choosing to learn through love and how you move forward, and understanding that you have intuitive nudges about this already, but the intuitive nudges, yet again, just like the goodbye or how the relationship fell apart in the first place, isn't the intuitive nudges is almost like they're not valid enough. They're not you can't take them as absolute and certain because you just don't know. It's about trusting your intuition. And then asking yourself in the first place, is this what's going on here? Is it necessary to understand what's going on for my highest good? Because I think there's something here about really trying to use your intuition to figure out what's going on here. Even if there was a breakup and there's true love situation, you have to look at your patterns that are in the relationship. Yes, it might be a once-in-a-lifetime love, but there's patterns and cycles that need to be broken. Now we have the Rebirth card here, so it says that you can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey, even in the pain, even in the letting go, even if your intuition tells you that this is the truest of love and that things need to be worked out, trust that it's all going to come around in absolute due timing. The closer you get to consciousness, the better off you're going to be. And when you think you've surrendered, surrender more. I choose to learn through love. Someone very possibly came here to learn through love relationships, which is why you get into them in the first place, is to have a learning experience and a curve and a growth. And I think with this rebirth, someone is looking at letting go of patterns. Perhaps there's been a karmic cycle that you've been in for years and years, and perhaps now you've broken that karmic cycle, but you still have the energy of working through the feelings of the karmic cycles you've been in. The whys, the hows, the what did I do wrong this time? I can do less and attract more. So in doing less, you can bring about this rebirth that you seek. In doing less, in not sending the messages, in letting go, in surrendering, and just allowing the divine to take care of that, you can do less and attract more your way, the brand new way of being. You don't have to have it all done in a day. Rome was not built in a day. It's good to feel good. So what can you do to get yourself feeling good again? Can you have fun with friends? Can you go out and enjoy yourself more? You know, it's about understanding that the change happened and rebirthing yourself into the new. And that is not easy. I know that's not easy. I myself go through the same issue. And this reminds me actually of the thing we were listening, or I was mentioning in the last Daily Hope about hitting that brick wall when we use our intuition and say that we shouldn't be in this relationship. And then we don't have the 3D proof that the relationship was actually over. Like there was no big conversation, there was no big fight, there was no big this, big that. It was just done easily and gently, and both people just let go. We sit there and wonder if, well, wait a second, why I don't feel like it's over. Well, perhaps in letting it go, trusting your intuition and letting the relationship go, or whatever that was about, actually led you to a place where you broke the pattern that you have been dealing with in the relationship. So, but not having the confrontation or the last words that had been said, or whichever, you know, to in the 3D, to let your heart know that it was over, or your soul know that it was done. You hold on to that, and you hold on to what are the possibilities. Could it ever be again? Yes, it could have very well been true love. It very well could have been, but the reality is it's not there in the present right now. So, and in whatever situation someone's just come out of, you can rebirth yourself. It's about rebirthing yourself. It's about taking the time to heal. You can do less, attract more. Get yourself to a point where you're feeling good again. My super attractor power. See, it comes about how you feel. It comes from how you feel. My faith in love and the joy I put out. So what joy are you trying to put out in the world? Perhaps there's not a lot of joy for you to put out into the world, or you don't feel like there's joy. You don't feel like you can create joy to put out into the world because there's so much unanswered questions. And this could be even, take this for work, take this for whatever it is that you're facing. Just take all the same words I just said, and whatever it is you're facing in a work situation or a work environment, it applies the same. All right, let's pick a few of these cards from the Power of Love, activation cards. What are we activating here? What would you like us to activate? What would you like us to think about with these Power of Love activation cards? Unity. You understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. Okay, so this could have very well been true love, and your intuition is telling you that, but there's something you need to heal in your patterns of relationship, and you can rebirth yourself. You can be like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Perhaps the relationship can even be, but it's about doing less, starting to feel good, then you start to attract more. Then you really start to attract unity. And when you have that beautiful unity within yourself and with the divine, with others in your life, building beautiful relationships, there's something about, it helps bring unity, more unity in, because what you focus on therefore grows. We have ownership. You acknowledge your misdeeds and acknowledgments alike, or accomplishments alike, and learn to love them all as lessons. It's about sending yourself love even through the hardships, okay? So acknowledging your misdeeds, the things that you did wrong, whether you placed blame on somebody or perhaps you placed blame on yourself for everything falling apart. Maybe that's a patterned relationship for you, that you place blame on yourself for everyone's misdeeds, or that you're not good enough, or whichever. But it's definitely about you evolving to a higher aspect of self. Evolution, you realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. So if there's an obstacle that seems that you want to fix or want to face, there's an intuitive nudging. You'll know what this is about for you, okay? Regardless of which direction you're headed with whatever's going on. You'll know what it's about for you. Even with just the cards that are here, you'll know. You probably knew who it was about, what was going on as soon as I even brought the cards out. It's my theory. So let's get some cards from the Untethered Soul deck here. A couple of cards from the Untethered Soul, please. If I ask you, who are you? You answer, I am the one who sees from back in here. Somewhere I look out and am aware of the events, thoughts, and emotions that pass before me. So this is about your inner being, your soul, your inner self, the highest version of you. There's a being within you that looks out from your eyes and sees, feels how you feel, understands where you're at, knows why you feel that way. They look out and they're aware of the events, thoughts, and emotions that pass before them because they're coming through you. This is totally a way of this, everything everywhere, of spirit letting you know that you are not alone. They see exactly what you're going through, and energetically your inner being that is within you sees it. They feel it. They are here to love you, to comfort you, and to help bring you to this understanding of unity. You understand that you understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. So if there was a relationship that wasn't going so well, remember that is amplified and shed across the universe as well. So what is it that you want? You want to be in a relationship that goes well, correct? As you let go and willingly release the physical, emotional, and mental aspects of your being, spirit becomes your state. So we need to let go of how we're going to control all of this and the evolution of it. Anything, we just need to let go of it. Release the physical, emotional, and mental aspects of your being. Spirit becomes your state. When spirit becomes your state, imagine the rebirth that is possible in your life. Realize that the outside world and the flow of inner emotions come and go, but you, the one who experiences these things, remain consciously aware of whatever passes before you. So be very conscious about what it is you want to create, what it is you want to manifest, because there's something here brewing, and possibly this is that something that people have been waiting for. Maybe you've been waiting for, I'm not sure. But something that, oh, look at this one, fell out. Deep inner release is a spiritual path in and of itself. It is the path of non-resistance, the path of acceptance, the path of surrender. Surrender to the evolution that needs to happen. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. Perhaps this was a lesson, not the end game. So what is the end game for you? Where is the end game? Do I want the end game? What's happening? There's a whole lot of questions for someone here. There's something definitely about choosing to learn through love, that someone has come here and they've chosen relationships in their way to learn through love. Now, you can sit there and say, I did everything right in this relationship. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to change it. But there's something about patterns here. So you really need to go within, surrender anything to the divine, and choose to learn through love. If nothing else, put this aside and let the divine worry about it and say, that I surrender. And when you feel you've surrendered, then you surrender more. Deep inner release is a spiritual path in and of itself. It is the path of non-resistance, the path of acceptance, the path of surrender. That truly is deep inner release, man. What are you releasing? There's something also about healing your relationship with your parents and things that have happened. It's not even about forgiveness. I don't believe it's even about forgiveness. It's about coming from a place of absolute non-resistance, which doesn't mean that you need to be with them in their life or in your life or whichever. Can you have spiritual conversations with your parent? Can you teach them about spirit? Perhaps you're supposed to be somebody who teaches them about spirit before they pass. Because people who are heading out of this world end up with, to a certain extent, especially when they come closer to crossing over into their natural state of being, they come closer to who they were when they first came here. And a lot of people have a lot of spiritual awakening when they do this. Mystery. The mystical, the mystery, the secret is what we call something when we are not yet to understand it within us. Once you feel it, you have direct experience with it. Once you understand this, a realization gently moves through you. I am a realization, I am love, and love is essence of everything. A new inward journey to feel and understand the fullness of you will reveal itself. When you feel this and talk to people who are yet to feel their own mystery, they will think you are delusional, a little mad. Because you can't see it, they will do whatever they can to talk you out of it. However, as you become practiced in your new truth of being, support and understanding will move into your life through other people who have rediscovered the truth of themselves. The mystery of who you are coming to show its form. So I'm going to put these back because one was turned over, and pull one more. Oh, that flipped out. Tarot. A tarot reading will inspire, give guidance, and create new paths for you. A reading is objective. There is no external authority deciding if you have been good enough to be rewarded or bad enough to have something taken away. For everything in the outside world is a reflection of the inner. Allow a reading to be what it is, objective material flowing from your higher self to alert you to the truth and essence of you. A reading can show you where your life potential is. However, if you are not willing to make the changes that are being shown to you and have brought you to have a reading, nothing will change. Each experience gives you the opportunity to move away from fearful thinking. You have the potential to be whomever you want. So in the surrender to whatever is going on, and as you let go and willingly release the physical, emotional, and mental aspects of your being, spirit becomes your state. Deep inner release is a spiritual path in and of itself. It is the path of non-resistance, the path of acceptance, the path of surrender. So you get to choose whomever you want to be. And these being states aren't so easy, the states of being. They aren't so easy. And if they aren't so easy, I'd have to say maybe the best thing to do would be to take a nap. Because when you sleep, when you relax, when you rest, you lose resistant thought, which always, in my opinion, is a beautiful state. Exactly. We have the Empress. Then that's when new ideas can come to you when you release resistance. The Empress, you can create whatever it is you desire. You can be creative. You can be maternal. You can be whatever it is you want. Something within the next 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months is going to be a big deal for somebody. And what you start working on now could bring big, big results in the next 6. So keep in mind that all of this change with love, with all of your relationships takes time, but you can create and you can make it to be whatever you want. This is the person that sits on her throne in the other tarot decks and everything just comes to her. It's just by sitting there saying, I'm thirsty, and instantly cups of water show up magically for her. Just show up. It's like, you know what, Divine? I'm thirsty for love. and watch the divine provide. I love you guys. I hope this message resonates. I'll talk to you again soon.